Hi friends, I'm Michelle. This is a short flow for opening the heart in a supported way. A reminder that opening the heart on the mat and off can be supported by strength, can be supported by the earth and by the space around us. Yeah. For support, I'm going to be using a bolster and a block. You can always use a pillow or a couch cushion in place of a bolster, and anything, even a firm pillow, can work in place of a block in this case. So we're going to begin with the bolster or substitute at the top of your mat. We're going to lay back onto it to be literally support for the heart space. Yeah, so kind of want to lay it along your spine. And for most of us, depending on the length of your bolster, your head will kind of come off the back. So that's what another block or pillow is for, is to support your head as well. So give yourself a moment to set that up and then decide your legs could be crossed, your legs could be bent with feet on the floor, your legs could be long. We won't be here too long, but just find a place that feels supported. And then really allow the sides of your ribs and your shoulders to drop heavy, like they're sort of melting off the sides of the bolster. Allow your hips and your belly and your legs to be supported by the earth and really feel what it is to be held here, held up. Notice when you fill your lungs with breath, the space around you, including the ground, gives way for you to expand and comes back to support you as you exhale. There's this sense of spaciousness and support. Find a few more deep breaths. Almost like you could blueprint or memorize this sense of being supported from under the heart space. In the next breath or two, if they're not already, bend your knees and bring your feet onto the earth, the soles of your feet on the earth. Just for a moment, root down for your feet, through your feet. Feel a little bit of activation through your legs, maybe through your belly, but also that stability underneath your feet of the earth. And then send your knees over to the left. Begin to roll yourself off of the bolster to the left, but keep your knees to the left as you sit up tall in sort of pinwheel shape in your legs. Press down through your seat toward the floor. Yeah, your whole seat may not touch the floor, but toward the floor. Sit tall and use an exhale to draw your left ribs back, your left shoulder back, your chin to the left, a twist here. A full body breath in, then breath out. With your inhale, come back through center, bring your hands behind you, and use that to tip your knees back up toward the ceiling and then over to the right. Let yourself settle evenly as you can into both sides of your pelvis. Root down to sit a little taller with a breath. And then use an exhale to roll your right ribs back your right shoulder back, your chin over to the right. Find a full breath in, breath out. And then while you're here, lean into your right hand and just move your props out of the way, however you need to. Come back and find a tabletop shape toward the top of the mat. Root your knees, your shins toward the earth. Root your hands into the earth. And then feel the memory of that support behind your heart. So kind of as if you could press up into something at the back of your skull, at the back of your lungs. Find a breath in and a breath out. Tuck your toes. Lift through your tail. Find that sort of cow spine, drawing your heart forward, and the back of your ears draw forward. But follow from there toward downward facing dog. Draw back through your hips, pressing through your hands. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay a moment this first time. Soften through your knees a bit if you need to, or just if it feels good. But find a hug in through your arm bones. That's support too. And press into the earth through your hands. Feel the length of your torso. Find a breath in. When you exhale, lift your hips till your heels want to lift. Begin to round your spine like you're leading from the back of the heart space forward toward plank. Barely we touch plank by lengthening out, and then again bend your knees, draw back through your hips toward that downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, lift your hips, round your spine, wave forward. Still that hug through the arm bones for support. One more time, bend your knees, draw back. Exhale, wave forward. Through plank, this time as you bend your knees, let them touch down to the earth. Bend your elbows, send your heart forward. So your elbows, chest, and chin come toward the earth. And then to a cobra pose. So now your hips ripple down to the earth, your heart draws forward to lift off the earth. Press down through your hands and your legs to come back through a tabletop shape. Tuck your toes, draw back downward facing dog. Breath in, press into the earth. Exhale, wave forward, hug in through your arm bones. Inhale, lengthen, bend your elbows, bend your knees. Your chest comes down to the earth, supported. Inhale, cobra pose, bhujangasana, hips to the earth, your heart forward. Exhale once more, press into your hands, come back through hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, wave forward toward plank. Inhale there, knees, chest, chin toward the earth. Ripple forward, cobra pose. Inhale there, your elbows back, your heart presses forward, again like there's support behind it. Press through your hands, come back, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift back, downward facing dog, and stay with your exhale. Feel yourself again supported. So rather than sort of hanging your heart down toward the earth, hug through your arms and through your belly toward your spine. Draw back with your inhale. This time as you exhale and lift through your hips and round your spine, draw your right knee toward your nose or your thigh toward your belly. Hug in, round your spine a lot, and look forward to step forward, your back knee down. Gather in strength through your legs. Keep your back toes tucked if you can. Press through your front foot to rise. Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. Feel yourself settle in toward the earth. But with that same support, hugging through your legs, hugging up through your torso. Even lift your thumbs, lift the back of your waist. And from there, reach forward. Everything else stays the same. Bend your elbows along your sides, sweeping your elbows back behind you, like you would in a cobra pose. Yeah, hands sorted to your sacrum. Press down, like you're rooting down into the earth, so down, not forward. Press down through your right foot as well. Lift your heart up. So it's just a lengthening of the spine, not so much a back bending, but a lengthening here. Inhale. Stay with your exhale. And then release your arms to the sky. Inhale, hug through your legs. Draw your right ribs back to twist, right arm back. Here. Breath in, hug towards center. From there, expand, exhale. Hug through your legs, tuck your back toes if they're not. We're going to find a transition, lifting this back knee off the earth. So if you need a wall nearby or your left hand on the earth, let that happen. But press down into the earth to rise up. Hug through your legs. Press your right shin forward, your left thigh back and up. Breath in. Breath out. Press through your right foot. Bring both arms to the sky. The back thigh is still strong. Same as before, reach forward. But your spine stays tall toward the ceiling. Hug your elbows in along your sides and behind you. Hands toward your sacrum. Root down through this front thigh, down through your hands. Lift up out of that space to take up more space, get longer. Maybe draw your chin back, lift your ears up and back with an exhale. Inhale, gather yourself back up, reach tall. Hinge forward this time. Bring your weight forward. Left knee toward your chest, stand tall. And then press down through your left foot to bring your left thigh sort of parallel to the floor. Really imagine you could step down onto something, step into space to lift a little taller. Then as you exhale, draw your left ribs back. You're twisting opposite way that you just did. Left arm back. Breath in to hug toward the center. Breath out, expand in the twist. Inhale toward chair pose, Utkatasana. Root both feet, lift both fingers or all your fingers tall. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, belly strong. Shift your weight right. Begin to press your left heel back. Right leg could stay bent, especially if your hamstrings are feeling a little short today. Press into your right foot though, lift the back of your heart like cobra pose. Then reach your toes to the back of the mat, your hands down, and step back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Find a breath in, a breath out. Soften your knees, let your hips drop back. Wave forward toward plank. That hug through your arms is support. Bend your knees, chest and chin to the earth. Cobra pose, hips to the earth, your heart forward. Press through your legs, press through the tops of your feet, lift the back of your ears. And then press through your hands, come back through that tabletop to downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. One more just here, just kind of a reset intention, support. Breath in to lengthen your spine. Exhale, lift your hips, round your spine, draw your left knee toward your nose, thigh toward your chest. Take a breath in, round, dome your back. Then look forward, to step forward, bringing the back knee down. Hug in through your legs and down through your left foot to rise, arms to the sky, anjaneyasana. Find the balance of rooting down, but hugging in. So already you're using the earth beneath you, and you're using your whole body to feel lifted and long in your spine. This time, peel your elbows wide. Bend your elbows. Hug your arm bones toward each other so that you're making that sort of platform of support for the back of your heart. Hug in. Press through your left foot, lift your heart up. Stay with the exhale. Maybe you lean it back just a little. Inhale, gather up both arms to the sky. Your front ribs draw in. Exhale, left ribs back, twist. Breath in. Breath out. Tuck your toes behind you if they're not. Again, free to bring this right hand to the floor if you need support for balance. But hug in. Press down into the floor to lift your back knee. Lift that back thigh up toward the ceiling. Your front thigh toward the earth. Breath in. Breath out. Both arms sweep forward and up. Keep pressing down through your front foot. Peel your elbows wide. Now, just like before when you were pressing your tail down with your hands, imagine that. Draw your tail down, lift your crown up. Maybe lean back a little bit. But hug through your arm bones to lift the heart space. Stay with your exhale. Inhale, gathering up. Exhale, hinge forward. Draw right knee toward your chest. Stand tall. Press down through your right foot to bring your thigh parallel-ish to the floor. Press down through your left foot to lift up through your left side, through your crown. Breath in. Exhale, draw your right ribs back to twist. Stay hugged toward center. Expand, center, soften. Toward chair pose, root both feet. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms back, belly strong. Integrate in the torso. Press to your left foot. Press your right heel back in space. Press to your left foot, lift the back of your heart, lift your back heel, the back of your ears. And reach your toes back and hands to the earth. Woo. And step back out of Mukha Svanasana. Breath in. Breath out. Lift from the center to wave forward toward plank. Bend elbows, knees to the earth. Knees, chest, and chin, Hasta Vakrasana. Ripple forward, cobra, or upward facing dog. You could press into your hands to extend your heart forward, lift your thighs, find a breath in wherever you are. Stay with your exhale, really press into the earth. Then come back through center, knees to the earth. Walk your hips back toward your heels. Just sit on your shins or on a block, taking just a moment to again feel where there is support. Find the longest, most expansive breath you can. Open on all sides. And then as you exhale, feel even the space around you kind of come in to support you. Again, inhale. Expand out all sides of the heart space. Exhale, feel supported. Maybe your crown gets a little taller. Yeah, from here, press down into the earth through your shins, through the tops of your feet, like the shoelaces of your feet. Press down to lift your hips and stand on your shins. Yeah, we're moving toward camel pose here. Ustrasana. But again, we're going to use the earth, use support of the space around us, use our whole bodies to do it, yeah? So first, that energy downward into the earth that gives us a rebound back up. Yeah, so press down into the earth and feel a little ripple up through your spine, up through your crown. Then hug in through your legs. like we did in the lunges. Hug in and then down through your tail to lift through the heart space. So you're already lengthening and lifting. Reach your arms forward at first to sort of plug in your arm bones. Bend your elbows. Draw back through your elbows, hands to your sacrum. Now the same hug that you have through your legs, hug through your elbows. Yeah, so even if your fingertips aren't pointing upward, because sometimes that's hard on our wrists, your fingertips can drift out a little bit, but keep your elbows hugging toward each other. That's that support behind the heart. Okay, enough preamble. Here we go. Hug in and down, lift in and up through the center, through your belly, through the heart space, lift up. Then if you like, you could tuck your chin down and then drag your ears back, lean back. But keep pressing down through your tail, up through the heart. Find a full body breath in. Easy breath out. Press into the earth to rise back up. Pause here. You can roll through your wrists. You can let your arms drop. Just feel your whole body. I'm sure you can feel, yeah, the effort in your whole body. Okay, option for the same thing again, or like we did in the lunge, instead of hands to the hips, you could peel your elbows wide and hug through your arm bones as you lean back. So you'll choose. But first together, again, root down into the floor, hug in towards center. Hug in a lot, like you're squeezing a block through your thighs. Press down through your tail, up through your heart. Either hands to your sacrum or reach your arms tall and then peel your elbows wide. A lot of energy in your arms. Hug in towards center. Hug your arm bones toward each other. Hug in and up. Maybe draw your chin down and back. Ears back. Breathe. Breathe. Inhale, gather yourself back up. This time, take a seat again if it's comfortable. Not always comfortable for us to sit on our shins, so you could stay tall a moment if you like. But bring hands toward heart center, your hands in front of your heart. First in Namaskar Mudra, so press your palms together, press your fingers together. Let there be some heat, some energy there. Press in. And feel the back of your heart expand. Take a breath to the back of your lungs. Clear out and soften that effort. Once more, press in through your palms, press down through your shins, lift your heart, breathe in, the back of your lungs. Soften the effort, exhale. Press through your palms, press through your shins, lift your hips if they're not. And then this time, instead of this Namaskar Mudra where you're really pressed into your palms, make almost like a teardrop, like a little space in between your palms. Your fingertips still touch, your thumbs touch, the base of your hands touch, but a little space of potentiality, a little space for breath and ease. But everything else kind of stays, that hug towards center and the lift of the heart space. Bring your thumbs up over your sternum and see if you could press your sternum up into your thumbs and into that space between your palms. Breathe in. Lean back just a little or any amount really. Keep the hug through your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rise back up. Settle back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift your hips to one side. Let your hands catch you. Your hips find the earth. Then bring your feet out in front of you. And we've kind of switched around on the mat. So if that bothers you, like if you don't want to put your feet up here where your head normally goes, feel free to swap yourself around. Yeah? No judgment there. But as you hear, again, press your feet down into the earth. You could hold on to your shins for support, but press your feet down, press your tailbones down, really your sitting bones down, to lift your heart up. Feel your arm bones hug behind you, like you're creating a shelf for your heart. Press through your feet, lift the heart up, and then begin to roll yourself down onto the earth. Try to stay open across your chest. Rolling yourself down. Just remember, I'm going to lay on a microphone, so I'm going to fix that. But let your head, the back of your skull, come down to the earth. Walk your feet in a little bit so that your feet could really press down into the earth. Like if they're too far forward, they can't, all four corners can't root down. We're moving toward a bridge pose, setu bandhasana, supported by the earth. If you want this to be really supportive, a little more relaxing, you can bring a block or two underneath your hips when we lift up instead of holding yourself up. Just an idea, yeah, depending on how much energy you want to use right now. Press your palms into the floor. Already, before we lift up, feel your arm bones draw toward each other, and you might even roll your shoulders underneath you a little bit. So you already feel that heart support from behind. Press down through your feet. So begin to curl your tail up off the earth. Hug through your legs and down to lift up. Press down through your hands. Even you might decide to walk your shoulders more underneath you. You might even draw your hands to interlace your fingers, but press down through hands and feet into the earth. Hug through your arms and legs for support, then lift the heart a little taller. Remember, there's space to expand. Breathe in. Exhale, stay with it. Space comes back in to support you. One more full breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Release your hands if they're underneath you. Begin to roll yourself back down to the earth. Pause just here. Don't draw your knees in. Just stay. Feel your spine rest toward the earth. One more round here. Yeah, that bridge pose. If your shoulders are feeling really open, you want to move toward a wheel pose. You know that is a joyful thing in your practice. Feel free to move in that direction. We're going to try to stay whatever shape for a good 5 breaths. Yeah, so again, feel free to support your hips with blocks if you'd rather. But feel yourself root into the earth. A little strength at the center, a hug toward center to help you lift up out of the earth. And again, whatever shape you're in, whatever variation of your shape you're finding, remember there's space to breathe. Let yourself expand on all sides when you breathe in. Let yourself be supported on all sides when you exhale. 2 more breaths. Then again, slow and steady, begin to roll yourself down to the earth and don't react. Don't hug in or undo this opening that we've just done. Replant your feet. If you like, you can walk your feet out a bit wider. Rest your knees toward each other. Rather than shocking your spine into the opposite movement, just let it settle for a moment here. Let everything settle once again. And when you're ready, send your arms out to the sides like a T or in that sort of goalpost shape again. Send both your knees over to the right. You can keep your legs separated or you can stack your left leg on top of the right. Let the left side of your ribs sink toward the earth. You might even let your chin and your eyes move left. And now the front of the heart space is really spread out and open here. Can you notice also the back of the heart between your shoulders? Open as if it's like a little trap door of the heart. Anything that needs to release can release. Give it to the earth. Let it be processed, recycled. This last round of breath here. And slowly, when you're ready, no hurry, come back through center with your knees and then send them over to the left. Resting your heart toward the right. Perhaps your chin, your eyes roll to the right also. And tune into what resonates most with you. Yeah, maybe it is that releasing through the back of the heart, not carrying around quite so much. Maybe it's that openness across the front of the heart or even through your arms, like you could reach out to offer out or to draw in what you need. Come back through center as you're ready. Stay open, even as you draw your knees toward your chest, or you might draw your knees more toward your shoulders, giving your belly a little more space, giving your heart a little more space. You could find a happy baby shape here, bandhasana. You could send your heels, your legs long, your heels to the sky. Any shape, any sort of symmetrical shape that feels right to you here. We're moving toward stillness. So also take a moment to gather whatever support you need. You might choose once again to lay on a bolster. Yeah, to bring that support under your heart. You might choose to finish your practice in a seated meditation or in shavasana or with your legs up on the wall. Whatever shape you find yourself in. Notice how you are supported. In a world, in a time when it can be difficult to stay open, to stay aware of our interconnection. It helps us stay aware also of support. That when you offer out, it doesn't only come from your own stores, but you can draw in, breathe in the support that you need and offer it back out. Just as you allow breath to move through. In these last few moments together, I invite you to allow support, to allow breath, to allow ease here. I invite you to stay as long as you can, as long as you have, at ease. You're also welcome to join me in a seat for this last offering. Another offering of support that moves freely through us is resonance. We can amplify the resonance between us with the sound of Om. The sound carried from creation through the roots of this practice in India and Africa, across centuries, continents, and we carry it forward. Sound honors all that came before, all that is, and all that comes next. If you're joining me, find a full breath in and an easy breath out. Toward Om, a breath in. In this resonance where we're connected, where we're the same, I bow to you, as always, with gratitude, with love. Stay open. Be good to each other. See you soon. Hey friends, me again. I want to say thank you again for being here, for being in this community. We appreciate you. We love sharing these practices with you. We want to do it more and with more people. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel and like these videos. I know it seems super simple, but it really does help more people access this content and help support us in creating it for you. We want to support you. We want to support each other. So let us know what you want to see. Leave a comment about the kind of practices you want to move to and be still to, and the kind of things that you want to talk about. We're here for each other. That's what we're here for. Hope to see you soon. In the meantime, be well.